What's up, what's up, what's up? What's up, Fab City? Merry Christmas Eve, Merry Christmas Eve. What's going on? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Merry Christmas Eve, good morning, Fab City. What's going on? So I'm having a blueberry slim tea, and Yogi says, when you become a part of the universe becomes a part of you. Get connected with God, my friends. So today we're going to talk about food. We're going to talk about food, and we're going to talk about carb addiction. And you know why? You know how I know this is my lifestyle? Because I'm not saying, Ty, it's Christmas Eve. How are you going to talk about this on Christmas Eve? People are going to eat. Listen, this is a lifestyle. I will talk about this. I don't care what holiday it is. You hear me? I don't care what party is going on around you. I refuse to not keep you informed and educate you. Doesn't matter. But that's why sometimes these things exist around you, right? To kind of blind you and throw you off and make you feel like you got to be a part of this. You got to be a part of this. And it's okay to celebrate and enjoy. It's okay. But to do it with an educated mind, right? I want you to know what you're doing. So that way when you're done, you know how to get back to business. And so around the holidays, around this time, there is going to be a lot of eating, right? A lot of eating and a lot of drinking. Let me tell you what I see in a lot of households, which used to be in my household. There is a huge carb addiction. I mean, like people are addicted to carbs. They do not desire to eat anything else that is healthy, right? And I noticed this in Christmas and Thanksgiving in my family in the past. When you look at the table, it was nothing but carbs. It was, it was potato salad. It was rice. It was potatoes on top of that, right? Bread. And because I wasn't educated at that time, I didn't know to look at the table and say something is not right here. Something is missing here. All we're eating is carbs, and all we're having is processed food and processed junk and a ton of sugar, right? Did not know any better. But now that I know better, I'm able to sit at a table and actually help my family members prepare for holidays like this. Because I always throw in an idea, like, we never use greens for holidays. How about you make a big batch of green beans or a big batch of collard greens? Like, how about add that, right? And so around this time of year, you're going to see a lot of carb addictions, right? And the one thing I want to tell you is that for those that don't eat greens, plants are medicine. I want you to think about that. And I want you to think about if you have an old school grandma or, one of those gurus in your family in Puerto Rico, plants are medicine. I remember having an earache, and I can't remember the name of the plant, but my grandmother, my mother-in-law, there's this plant. I remember a neighbor of mine, there's this plant that you heat up, and you just let the liquid drop right into your ear, and earache was gone. I used to love my grandmother's neighbor for that. I don't know what the name of that plant was, but I had to be about 11 and 12, and every time I had an earache, we would go to that lady so she can heat up this plant and just let the plant, just let the liquid drop in the ear, right? And I want you to think about that as far as your diet on the table. Like, plants are medicine. They are healing compared to everything else that's on that table. So try and add some greens. And also a lot of people that have worked with me and that know what kind of lifestyle I live know that I am very, very in big agreement with a keto lifestyle, right? I believe that the fatter you are, the less hungry you are. And what I mean by that, I don't mean fat and weight. The more fats you eat, the less hungry you are. It's easier to control the carb addiction, right? Lots of carbs. It's sugar. What you get a sugar high crash and then you want more. It's very, very addictive. Whereas fats not only are good for your hormones, for your joints, also for your organs, like your kidneys need fat. Your liver is protected from alcohol and toxins because of fat, right? Your body needs fat. And it's a tough thing for people to understand. So that's one of the challenging things in my business as a personal trainer and nutrition coach, when I have to take somebody who's carb addicted and introduce them to fats, because it's very hard for them to understand. So it's all about you trying this out. So if you are cooking, if you are going to a party, I want you to look at the table differently. I want you to ask, where's the greens? Is there a salad? Do you guys got a fruit bowl? Add a fruit bowl there, right? I need you to do this, because the more carbs you eat, the tougher it is to let it go. When there is nothing else to eat, right? But if there's something else to eat, veggies and fruit, the easier it is for you to wean off of the carbs. And so I want you to know that plants are medicine, and fasting is good. Fasting is good. Many people have so many problems, and they don't understand that they're putting their body through just havoc when they're eating this much. Why? Because your digestive system has to work on overdrive to process all this food, to break it down, right? And then to try and eliminate it from the body. And when your body is trying to eliminate all these toxic things that you're putting in, it'll go right through your skin as well. You ever notice acne, oily skin, right? It could be dry skin. Sometimes what you're eating, you're dehydrated, you're not having enough water. Your body, when you feel these symptoms and see them, it means your body is trying to get rid of something toxic. Why continue to put it in? Why do you continue to put it in? And your body has to fight so many different channels to release it. And it's what causes you this pain and this discomfort and even these physical changes. So I need you to think about that when you're feeling a certain way. And a high-fat diet can make you feel so energetic. And people that are not educated, don't have this information, it's hard for them to believe that. It's hard for them to understand that. Right? So you need more fats in your diet. When I'm talking about fats, let me give you an example, because I want all of you to check your refrigerators for this. I had to learn the difference between, for many, many years, my grandmother would buy butter, right? It's not butter. It's margarine spread. It's vegetable spread. It's vegetable oil. This is hydrogenated oils that are not even good for your cellular makeup, right? But yet so many people ingest this, and that is what's in a lot of processed foods, right? Cookies, cakes, a lot of it is hydrogenated oils. This stuff will kill you guys. It's not even good for you, right? So I want you to go in your fridge, because for a long time I thought I was eating butter and I was eating margarine. It's a big difference. It's a big difference. So when you go to the supermarket, when you go in your fridge, you got butter, and then you got vegetable oil or spread or margarine. I want you to take the two, and I want you to look at the ingredients, right? And I had to get my mother to do this, because she thought she was buying butter for a long time, and I kept saying, Ma, that's not butter. But it says, I can't believe it's not butter. It's, Ma, that's not butter. But this one says just as good as butter. Ma, that's not butter. So real butter, if you look in the ingredients, it says cream and salt. That's it. That's it. 2 ingredients, cream and salt. Now look at margarine, vegetable spread. I want you to look at the ingredients. There's got to be 5, 6, 7 things in there. What is that stuff in there that you're putting on your crackers, that you're putting on your toast? What is that? Do you know? No. That's one way, one tip that I'm going to help you to start getting rid of this hydrogenated oil. Get rid of that and get real butter. Is it a little bit more expensive? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You may get this big, and you know what? Sometimes the thing is, when people get caught up, it could be the same price. The only thing is you get less. But you get more quality. Less quantity, but more quality. You get a big tub of hydrogenated oil for like $3, and then you get in a smaller tub of butter, real butter. Same price, just less quantity. What do you want, quality or quantity? I want you to think about that when this comes to your diet and the things you're buying. You want quality or quantity? You got to focus on this. This was a tough thing to break through my mother as well with the almond milk. You want quality or quantity? Oh, but this costs for half a gallon when I could get a whole gallon of cow milk for the same price. You want quality or quantity? What are you putting in your body? So you need to get rid of those hydrogenated oils. You have to, right? So same thing if you're cooking. Let's go for grapeseed oil. Let's go for avocado oil, coconut oil. The olive oil does not keep its structure when you cook with it. So if you're going to use olive oil, use it for salads. Use it as dressing, right? Don't cook with it. You're better off using coconut oil, avocado oil, grapeseed oil, some type of other oil that keeps its structure at a high temperature. All these things affect your body, my friend, on a cellular level. It's a lot to learn. It's a lot to absorb. But every time you get a piece of information like this, it allows you to stop, think, evaluate, and then make a better choice. And that's how I started, just learning about the milk, learning about the butter, right? Learning about the oils. It's a process. But if you're willing to sit here and listen and then apply it to your life, God bless you. It's going to bring about some amazing changes in your life. And so the other thing, when it comes to these holidays, I noticed on the table too, my family did not play with the meat. They don't play. We Puerto Rican, okay? You're going to have pork shoulder. You even going to have a motherfucking turkey, even though Thanksgiving passed, because we just like that. You're going to have another turkey. You're going to have a pork shoulder. You're going to have a ham. You're going to have baked chicken. And let me see what else. We might have some big batch of chicken wings. Like, they don't play, right? So another thing in this, eat more fats. Reduce the carbs and the sugar. Plants are medicine. Your meat, if you're a meat eater, hey, don't bash anybody. Everybody has different beliefs. Especially in the lifestyle that I love, keto. You're going to see a lot of people that do keto, but do keto with meat, right? I do keto without meat. So I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. What I'm saying is to protect you and help your heart, Fab City, right? And your cholesterol levels. If you're eating meat, reduce that. You don't need to eat it more than 2 times a day. You don't need to eat it more than 2 times a day. You don't need to sit there on Thanksgiving and Christmas. If you have a plate of everything, that's it. Have a plate. You want to fill up, have greens, have fruit. Don't fill up another plate with another 5 animals on it and another 5 dishes of carbs. You had a plate with a little bit of each. You're going to go back. Think about that. Make a better choice. Make a better choice. Yeah, and you know what? It's funny. I've heard that too, to cook with olive oil. And it's all a process. It's all about learning. Olive oil does not keep its structure in a high temperature. It's not meant for cooking. It is destroyed once it hits the heat. So just use it for dressings. And you'll notice when you buy oil, sometimes it'll even tell you on the bottle, great for cooking, right? Great for high temperature. So just really, really pay attention. And I feel like it's one of these things when it comes to diet and educating people, one of these things that are not given to you. It's one of these things that you have to kind of fight for. You have to kind of want it. Because you got to think about it, right? The meat industry, the dairy industry. And so the good things, a lot of things you got to read the fine print or you got to get information, right? You got to jump on a live like this. You got to open up a book. So I want you to do this. So quit vegetable oil. Quit that vegetable oil. That's no good for you. That's all hydrogenated. Quit that. And we used to cook with that heavy. You hear me? A whole half a gallon in a pot. Fry a bunch of chicken wings with that. What? We didn't play. Vegetable oil and rice and peas. We cooking the rice with the oil. We frying the meat with the oil. We doing empanadas with the oil. I can't even tell you the amount of oil that was in every dish that was on the food for Christmas Eve and Thanksgiving. Okay? Guys, this is not a joke. This is not a game. I want you to be mindful seriously. And when you're around your family members, they're not going to give a crap, right? Because if I even said that, oh my God, like, Ty, please, we having Christmas Eve? Like, you freaking kidding me? Who cares about oil? Sit your ass down and eat with us. I do, my friends. I do. But I never mind educating and then letting them make the decision, right? So, no, oh my God, canola oil, let me tell you something. We use that in my family for years. That is no good. Don't use that crap. And I wonder why, and I think back why My grandmother used to cook with lard, right? It's like it's fat like butter. And why that was marketed to not be good, but then hydrogenated oils and canola oils is good. Pay attention to the marketing, my friends, and how some things that we used back then were good, and it's been marketed as not, and then it's these new products that they wanted to use. Just pay attention. So quit sugar, quit vegetable oils, and the grains. Let me tell you something. When it comes to grains, we hear all the time whole grains. Yeah. The vegetable oil. Read the back. Use coconut oil. Use olive oil. Grapeseed oil. Avocado oil. Right. There's a lot of different kinds of oils. There's almond oil. You have a lot of choices to not want to sit there and fight for the bad, right? Because some people, it's habit. It's like you have a lot of choices to not hang on to what's not good. Think about that. Got a lot of choices. Understand if you didn't. So the grains, we hear all the time, whole grains. It's cool. Yes, whole grains. I'd rather have a piece of whole grain toast. I'm not saying it's bad for you. What I'm saying is you've got to eliminate some of the grains that you're eating. And what I mean by that is, think about when you first heard about whole grains, right? I did it. Whole grain bagel, whole grain rice. It didn't matter. As long as it was whole grain, I consumed all of it. All of it. When you start to cut grains, when you start to cut sugar, and when you start to reduce those other processed carbs, you're going to notice a big difference in how your body digests food, in the bloat in your stomach that makes you feel horrible, right? You have to let go of some of these things and reduce them so that you can feel the difference. It is the only way to experience what's on the other side. It's the only way to experience how great you're going to feel without it. So, hey, if you're having toast for breakfast, don't go have bread for dinner. Don't go have bread for lunch, and don't go have bread for snack. Bring the same way I'm telling you to bring the meat down, right? And you may think I'm not just saying meat because I don't eat meat. I'm telling you grains too, and I eat grains. You got to minimize the grains. And the sugar. Let me tell you what sugar does to you. So that way you can say, oh, shoot, I think this has happened to me because it's happened to me. When you consume too much sugar, what it does is it damages your digestive enzymes. When you damage your digestive enzymes, your body cannot break down and digest food the way it's supposed to. Now tell me right now, how many people have problems with bloatingness, with digesting food? Food don't digest properly, shoots up, they got pain up here, they're getting heartburn. There's so much going on. Their body cannot digest the food that's meant to be digested and then eliminated. Why are they having trouble doing that? What you eat damages other things in your body that are supposed to function and work properly, right? So many times when I've started working with women and coaching them, I've had to ask so many questions, right? Like, what are you feeling? And when I hear that and they go on a week's diet, I also know this woman needs some outside help. She needs to purchase digestive enzymes. She needs that to break down the food that her body cannot properly break down because she has done some damage. And until we get on this coaster of reversing what she has done, and then her body can properly digest, her body can properly absorb. Lots of you are not absorbing nutrients because you've damaged a lot of enzymes in your body with the addiction of carbs and sugar. And then you'll notice why, wow, no wonder this bloat doesn't go away. No wonder it doesn't matter what I'm trying. It's been a week, it's been 2 weeks, it's been 3 weeks. This stomach is still big. It's going to take time, right? But this is let me tell you something. As a health coach, this is something that I'm always on the line with because many women don't feel comfortable taking supplements, right? Many women, I have to build this trust factor with them so that they trust me and know that I'm only guiding them back to where there should be. But sometimes we need a little outside help, right? There's people who want to do it fast. There's people who want to take their time. There's people who want supplements. There's people who don't. So as a health coach, I have to respect the person in front of me and what they're willing to do and how long they're willing to take to do it, right? And so now this woman, you're bloated. You have no energy, and I'm telling you, more fats, less grains, less carbs, digestive enzymes, more movement, more plants, less sugar. It's a lot, right? But I guarantee you that everything I'm telling you is going to bring you back to where you need to be and feel the way you truly want to feel without being lost and misguided and confused. It's a lot of reading and research for you to do on your own. It's a lot. It's a lot. And so it's a big reason why. I drink a lot of tea. I've been drinking tea for years now. I feel a huge difference in my body. Not only my energy, but the bloatiness in my stomach. And it is something that I can't go without. It is something that is always in my cabinet. These herbal teas, these herbal medicinals, right? So when a lot of people wonder why I drink tea, I know for a fact in many teas that have sencha. That's for weight loss. That's for bloating, right? There's a lot of things that you need to know, but it takes time, and I love sharing it with you. And so when you do these things that I'm asking you to do, right, you're going to also feel that you lose the bloat. You're less hungry. Mind-blowing, right? Mind-blowing. Less hungry, Ty. You're going to be less hungry when you reduce those carbs and increase the fats. I'm telling you, my friends, you're not going to want to grab a snack every 5 minutes. It's something that you got to put yourself through to understand. Because before coming into it, you'll be like, there's no way. Like I coached them, and I'm still coaching. And Coach Lavondelin, right, through her health journey. And she fought me. This girl. but I'm ready for her. I'm armed, right? Because she's not the first one. But she fought me. She fought me and was like, no, 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 no. And now I love, because she gave herself a chance, she gets to see that this stuff is real life changing. This stuff right here will give you the energy that you need. This stuff right here, this is the answer. This is the key. Once you have the answers and the key, listen to me. I had this conversation with somebody that I was training in the gym the other day. You're going to feel less bloat, less hungry, more energy, and much stronger. Crazy, right? How the hell? How the hell, right? So I had this conversation with this person the other day, and I said, a lot of people feel that, or may think that I live a boring lifestyle, or may feel that, I don't know how she does it. Like, let me tell you something, guys. Once you have the answers, you know how to go have a cookie and a brownie and get to work. You know how to have 2 slices of pizza, a bowl of mac and cheese, and get to work. You know how to do that. When you don't put yourself through this process of healing your body and getting it back to where it needs to be, I don't think that you should still be out there eating reckless. When you go through this process and you decide to have a pizza, cookie, cake, whatever it is that you like, you're going to feel so equipped to go right back to what makes you feel good. You're going to feel so sure of yourself that you can do this. Yesterday, I had a big bowl of mac and cheese. I went out for that sucker. You know what I had on the side of that? I had a big bowl of salad. Who has mac and cheese and salad? Listen, I'm the power of plants. And I need to digest this, and then I'm going to go have a tea, and then I'm going to go exercise tomorrow or the day after. I'm not going to kill myself because I have the keys, and I want you to have the keys. Because once you have the keys, you can really, really enjoy life. And this is what people think. They think I don't enjoy life. They think I'm a robot. They think that I'm just rigid 24/7, that I don't eat chips, and that I don't have chocolate cookies, right? The one thing I don't drink is soda. I just, right? But they think that I don't enjoy life. I enjoy life more now. Because I'm equipped, because I have the keys, because I have the knowledge and the wisdom. Because I know what I'm doing and I know how to reverse it. Whereas somebody that doesn't know is going to keep driving themselves and keep digging a hole and digging a hole and digging a hole. Where damaged enzymes are no longer the major problem. That's going to be a minor problem. Right? Now we're talking about diabetes and high cholesterol. Now we're talking about injecting yourself, and we're talking about things on a deeper level. So when you don't have the keys, you find yourself going there. You don't want to be there. So get the keys so that you can still enjoy life and not be there. You don't want to be there. You don't want to be there. So I'm saying this today, like I said, many people would think, how can she freaking talk about this Christmas Eve? We're about to eat. Let me tell you something. I care about you, and I want you to be educated. I want you to have fun, be educated, have these keys, have these tools, right? And then I want to leave you with this so you don't drive yourself crazy. Your weight fluctuates every day. Every day. And this is for those that are doing the right thing. This is for those who are taking care of their health 80% of the time. Have fun 20, right? 80% of the time. For those of you that are taking care of your health, your weight fluctuates every day. So if you know that you're living right and you're taking care of yourself and you're drinking a ton of water, you're drinking tea, you're eating whole foods and you're eating plants and fruits, right, vegetables, your weight is still going to fluctuate. Sometimes 5.5 pounds. So when you're on this journey and you weigh yourself on Monday and then Friday it's a different weight, listen. Don't drive yourself crazy. Let me tell you ways that your body gains and loses and how it fluctuates like a 5.5 pound. When you gain by eating and drinking. You ever hear weigh yourself in the morning on an empty stomach? You have a cup of tea, you have fluids, you have water, you have a breakfast, you have oatmeal, fruit, even if it's that. Your weight will fluctuate in a gain on the gain side when you're eating and drinking. And your weight will also fluctuate on the gain side when your body is metabolizing nutrients. Those are the two ways that your weight will be gained, right? The eating, the drinking, and your body metabolizing. On the loss side, right? You feel like, how the hell I was 5 pounds? You lose through feces, you lose through water, you lose through sweating, right? Almost a cup of water evaporates off of your skin. So when you are jumping on the scale, I don't want you to drive yourself crazy if you are on this journey. Because you lose and gain every day, right? You use the bathroom every day. You pee, you do number 2, right? You sweat every day, whether you think so or not. You sweat while you're sleeping. So I want you to keep that in mind. But listen to me, Fab City, because I love you. I want you to have a blessed holiday. I want you to enjoy, but I also want you to be healthy. So make a healthy choice. Think about what you're doing. Observe the people around you. Observe what's being served. And think about how you are going to do better, right? Think about how you are going to do better, especially if you have kids, especially if you're an entrepreneur, right? Especially if you're a wife, especially if you're a mom, a businesswoman, right? You got to be healthy. You got to do the right thing. Live longer, feel stronger. I guarantee you these tips I gave you today about the oils, about drinking more water, about cutting down the sugar, watching your carb and grain intake is very addicting. That's why people get addicted to carbs. It's very hard to let go. It is a process to let go. And think about it. For those who have let go, would you have been able to do it on your own? Sometimes it takes you hiring a professional. Sometimes it takes you working with someone like me to help you through this process and educate you as you go through the journey so that you can continue to see results and feel amazing as you deserve to. I love you all. It is tea time. Have an amazing, amazing day. Treat your bodies well. Love you all. Have an amazing day.